Hey guys, before we get started, I want to talk to you about Anchor. If you haven't heard about Anchor, it's one of the easiest ways to make a podcast. Let me explain. It's free. There are certain creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer. Anchor will distribute your podcast for you so it can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many more. You can make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership, which is super simple and easy to do. It's everything you need to make a podcast, and it's all in just one place. Download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. Hey guys, this is Tommy.
And Adam, and we run the Ravens Flock group of alliances.
And we are here just to talk about Marvel Strike Force and all of life's matters, so we hope you enjoy. Hey guys, we are back with the podcast, really late podcast because of me, but hey, it's time to get started because I'm slacking. How are you?
I'm all good. I was missing you. Oh. No,
Got a dry eye in here.
Yeah, everything's good. I mean, okay, not everything's good. I'm sure everyone knows about the controversy going on in MSF right now.
I feel like there's always controversy going on in MSF. I think that's what keeps their jobs. Is controversy.
I guess. Well, someone once said controversy creates money, so.
Well, there you go. Just like how there's never any bad publicity, but then again, there kind of is. So.
Yeah. Yep. So, I mean, in case you don't know, if you're living under a rock somewhere, they had the monthly calendar, and they were supposed to release 2 days ago or 3 days ago now. One of the calendar days was for 3,000 orb fragments of the orange catalyst orb that you can find in the Ultimate store. Our great people in Asia, basically anyone, Australia, New Zealand, and Asia, since they get the calendar first, they ended up getting 3,000 orbs instead of orb fragments. A few members of our alliance got them, and they were pulling crazy numbers. 14,000 of all of the catalysts, 56,000 of the basic catalyst. Someone did the math, and it's about $33,000 worth of free product that they got each.
I've seen that because we all know games like this survive because of currency. You have to pay for stuff just to get things, and orbs is a big thing. So releasing that free, whether people kept it or not, that's $30,000 that they potentially lose from however many people got it. So if y'all got it, you're freaking jerks. But
no, well, apparently the news update is that they're going to do an individual rollback. I think our game is going to go down for about 2 to 3 hours sometime this week. And they're going to roll back individuals. They're going to give out compensation. We have to see what they do. It's probably the best outcome, a rollback. The only other thing that they could do is give us everything that they got and basically triple the requirements to go into DD4. That's the only other option.
Just so they can hurry up and rush DD5 because they need that right now too. So, hey, let's do it.
Exactly. So I mean, So that was the big thing this week. Everyone was talking about it. Until they fix the problem, a lot of people have complained that they've dropped rank in Arena because people with G13s suddenly have G14s. That gives them an extra 25,000 on power of the Arena teams.
This is about right. Yeah, I mean, you got some people who got lucky and they just jumped in power. So,
Yep.
what did I
So
say earlier? Oh, yeah, you jerks. So,
yeah, so I
because
mean that's caused a lot of
I
issues.
noticed that. And I didn't
Yeah.
really like notice the issue at first because,
Mm.
when the update first comes out, you don't hear anything for at least an hour, maybe less, like 30
Yeah.
minutes after when it
Mm.
comes out. But um I
Yeah.
remember I was playing and I was like, man, I'm getting my ass kicked in arenas right now and my rank is dropping and I'm having trouble with
Yeah.
these fights. Like I never had this much trouble. And then
This
all
power
of a sudden
spike.
I got on Google on my phone, and if anyone goes to uses Chrome on a Android, they usually have those Google News that
Mm.
pops up, and I
Yeah.
always scroll through those when they update, and I saw it, and I was like, son of a bitch, and fucking
Yeah.
jerks. That's what I
Well,
said.
the guys in our alliance, I believe, haven't used any of them. They're keeping them. They don't want to cause their accounts to get any other issues because there hasn't been a great track record, so people are worried about this rollback that it's going to cause more issues. So they'd rather
Nah,
not use it and save their accounts than use it, you know?
that makes sense. That makes sense. I mean,
Yeah.
it's not their
So
fault, but no, that makes perfect sense.
yeah. So our
Uh,
guys have not
I
used
feel
it.
you.
The guys who've got it have not used it, that I know
I
of,
would have
at least.
I would have used the shit out of it. I'm just saying, but. My
But
account breaks, I'll be like, oh, why'd y'all break my account?
yeah. So I mean, it was a big fuck up. So it
Yeah,
wasn't.
no, I get it.
And I
That
was
makes
watching it live because Japan is only what 5 hours ahead of me in time, and I was sitting waiting for my free energy. Then the guy's like, "Oh, they made a mistake. 3,000 orbs," and I was like, "What?" And then 4 hours later or whatever, but then they fixed it after like 3 hours. So I was looking and waiting to see if I'm gonna get it because I was only 5 hours behind. But no, they fixed it. Yeah,
Yeah,
unfair.
I would have really liked it to have that. So
But
I'm just saying, it's
here's a
fine.
hypothesis though. If no one spoke about this era, because there's a trend within the community when there's bugs, people go crazy on Facebook and Reddit and all of these areas, and they start talking about the bug as if like as if Scopely does not watch these public channels, you know? If everyone just kept quiet, do you think Fox the Scopely would have found out?
Nope, nope,
They wouldn't. They would
nope,
not have found out, right?
no.
Or not quickly.
Let's go into like even just other gaming things in general. So, you know, a lot of bugs have happened in, let's say, Borderlands. I know we
Hmm.
have, you know, Guz Guz here in our group. Oh my god, I could not say his name for some reason. Guz in here is a huge Borderlands fan.
Hmm.
If anyone is Destiny fans as well, there is always a glitch that would come up where you can just basically you can
Hmm.
get your resources, and it was just an easy way to get it. But of
Hmm.
course, there's always that one game journalist
Yeah.
group that has to
Hmm.
say, no one's noticed yet, but you can do this. And I read that title, and I'm just like, you
Shut
assholes.
up.
Now everybody knows, and
Hmm.
now they're exploiting it. And then guess what? Then you start hearing about either accounts being banned,
Yep.
they roll it back, they take things away. That even happened in the first Division game. If you've ever heard of it or played it, there
Yeah.
was a boss fight that you could glitch the character, the boss, or the
Hmm.
boss would glitch. I can't remember one of the two, but people could just hang back and just pop him in the head. That was a terrible pop, by the way. That's not how things sound, but um, when that happened, people would just go and do that boss fight and exploit it to get gear. And then, of
Ah.
course, Ubisoft was like, "Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and
Mhm.
disable these accounts or ban the accounts." And I'm like, and it was Kotaku. Kotaku is always the one who has to just straight up say, "So this is
Yeah.
happening," and I'm just looking at like, "So can you shut the hell up? Like,
Huh.
don't give away the secrets." But yeah.
Not
So
only that, but
it
you're
happens.
right. I mean, it. People were buzzing about it, and then I think 3 or 4 videos got made before the bug was actually fixed. So within an hour hour and a half of the or 2 hours of the bug being in place, there was like 4 videos out, and I'm like, ugh, dudes, like, what are you trying to be here? Just shut up. We can all get this.
The
Scopely's not
first.
gonna know, you know?
Yeah, no, they wouldn't have caught it. They probably would have been like, huh, I'm
Yeah.
surprised we haven't made 30K in 2 minutes since we went live with this update.
Yeah.
But, you know.
No, but yeah, I know, but I mean, the thing is, it was calculated as 33K, but people don't spend 33K for those things. People don't buy catalysts. I mean, some people buy catalysts, but not everybody does. So it's not
No,
like
I
they would
agree with
have
that.
lost that much money. I mean, 33K per person is not like I wake up in the morning, oh shit, I need X amount of catalyst. Let me spend 33K, you know? Oh, don't well me. It's a bad example, but anyone who spends, they're not going to be like
Oh,
that,
no,
you know?
no, I get it, I get it. We have, there's spenders out there, so no, that
Yeah.
makes sense. See, I'm a
Mm-mm.
spender, but,
Yeah. But
well,
would you drop
lately I haven't,
33,000
no, I wouldn't drop 33,000. I'm not an idiot, but I,
on catalyst?
I, okay, but, no, no. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not even a big spender already. If I see something, I'm like, oh, it's $5. Oh, it's $10. Oh, it's 20. Do I need
Yeah.
it? Like that's usually where I'm at. But of course, my dumbass will go and spend money on toys. Uh, I'm and this is just random. I like to collect toys, but not. I don't
Mm-hmm.
just go to like Walmart and just get new stuff out. I like to find old
Mm-hmm.
stuff. Do you have? I hope
Mm-hmm.
you better know this. You know the Shadow, right?
Yeah.
Okay, started as a radio show back in
Mm-hmm.
the the 30s, the 40s, then eventually came into a comic. They
Yeah.
had the movie created with Alec
Mm.
Baldwin, and then it started off with. I love that thing, and I love Vigilantes. I'm just gonna say that now.
Mm.
But see, I have most of those toys up my wall. I have the old school Metal Gear toys, the old Resident Evil toys that are up here. Um, I have a lot of shit actually in this room. Anyways, see, I spend money on that kind of shit. I just bought some Earthworm Jim toys, mint,
Ah.
still in their boxes. Oh hell yeah, Earthworm Jim is my shit. Back from '94 to '95, got Earthworm
Mm.
Jim, Bob and
Mm-hmm.
Number Four, and Psycho. So you know,
Yeah.
I could have
Yeah.
spent
I'm
that
not
money
a.
elsewhere, but I had to.
I used to be a big collector of everything. Um, I don't know. I used to collect vintage car models. Imagine vintage cars. Like I'm just that kind of rich. Vintage car models,
I was like,
uh,
damn, I'm doing something wrong with my life.
keychains, keychains. Now I'm getting into collecting Pez dispensers.
That's a thing too. I mean, I
You
wish you
know.
were here in Texas because we have a card comic and toy show that my friend runs that I
Mm,
help with whenever. Well, not now because of this COVID shit, but
yeah.
um, there's just all kinds. It's a good sized convention. There's all kinds of people that come by and we help out.
Mm,
There's usually charity going on too. We did Wounded Warriors last time we had it. But if your childhood is all in
yeah.
that room, that building. So
Yeah, for sure,
um,
for sure.
so that's where I'll spend my money. Okay,
Yeah.
the stuff that I used to have that I was dumb enough to get rid of, I'm not gonna go
Mm.
buy some fucking catalysts. Um,
I
there's
mean,
there
drop
are
it.
some things yes I want to buy in the game, but not.
I mean, buying catalyst is okay if you have like a small shortage. Maybe you'll drop 30, maybe you'll drop 60, whatever. I'm just saying that the calculation of 33,000, yeah, extrapolated, but not realistic.
No,
I
that
mean,
makes sense. That makes perfect sense.
Scopely didn't lose 33,000 per person. They lost
Oh yeah, yeah.
potentially 33,000 a person, but they weren't going to see 33,000 with or without the bug per
I was
person.
I was uh I was very over exaggerating. I understand that, but there's we there's big spenders out there, so.
Oh
It's
yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure there are
not.
people that would drop 33K, but I just don't think everyone in Asia and Australia would do that.
Yeah, if I was
You know?
a millionaire or something, oh, I just stabbed my sheets. If I was if I was a millionaire, I'd probably just
Hmm.
buy out Scopely or something. Just own everything in the game. Uh, no, I don't know, but yeah.
Hmm.
Anyway, that's just silly. But yes, so if you got it, congratulations. If they don't remove it from you or whatever they do, just have some fun.
Yeah, man.
Because I'm not.
So yeah, 100% I agree. Uh, anyway, so moving on just a little bit. What
So
else is
let's.
new? The blitz.
So yeah. So besides the orbs and all that fun stuff, we
Hmm.
talked about it in the last episode. Finally got to try out the new blitz since it came out.
Hmm.
I personally don't care.
Hmm.
Um, it really did not change the way I'm playing or make me like just like we talked about. I don't feel like my
Hmm.
time is in anywhere else right now. Like I was still blitzing. It's nice to see the red stars. That was nice to
Hmm.
see. But I mean, overall, I don't really see like a big difference in anything besides that. Like, well, that's a lie. I mean, the milestone it changed because now it goes up to what 20 or something like
20, but
that.
it didn't change the score. You still need 750. So
Yeah,
they've added basically spaces in between where you don't earn shards, you just get other stuff.
yeah, and it's like I mean, I don't know.
It's the same work, it just feels longer. You know what I
It
mean?
does because I remember I hit 14. I was like, oh, okay, cool. I can chill. And then
Mm.
I still played a little bit because we were really close to our World Warrior. So I was like, yeah, let me just finish this up real quick. And then I
Yeah.
saw, and then it went to 15, and then 16. I was like, wait, ah, it's update. So
But you
so
do
yeah,
get more points now at the beginning. But you suffer when you get up to 8.3. So it's now recommended. A lot of people have said it, and I agree. It's recommended to go to 7.3 and then drop, lose a battle, and then and stay within the 7 to 7.3. Don't
okay,
don't go beyond 7.3 if you want to just accumulate the points, because they have done what they said they would do, and they've made the battles at 8.3 a lot more tough. You can't just steamroll through them anymore. I mean, they were tough to begin with. Now they're really more tough. You know what I mean?
yeah, no, that makes sense. That makes perfect sense.
So 7.3 is the new 8.3. That's what I would recommend if you're listening to this.
Ooh, a whole number down.
Yeah. Otherwise, I mean, the blitz predictions have come down a lot. So if you've looked at the last one, that I'll give him a shout out, even though I don't know him. Wolver Thor put out, as if he's gonna hear this right
Who?
now. But in case he does, Wolver Thor put out his predictions, and his last one for Sabretooth, who's going on now, to hit the top 100, because now they've changed the rank. There's no longer special, like we said, there's no longer special places in between. Everybody between 1 and 100 will get the same rewards.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Yeah.
yeah, they said you should get about 17 million, which is like
Jesus.
4 times less than what they were predicting before the change. Even for a character like Sabretooth, they would put up like 50 million, as a
Yeah.
benchmark. So it's really brought down the score, so there's less pressure now. I mean, before it used to be what 1.1 million or something. Now it's just less than a million to get 11 to 25%. So a lot of these scores, if you look at the blitz predictions that are put out, it looks a lot better, and that's good. I mean,
Well, I
that's what
mean,
I was championing for.
they're getting those options out there.
Yeah, but then to get those scores, that's why it's become a lot more tough to get up to 17 million.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, you
But you
have this
can,
whole change and everything else. I mean, it's It's a whole new battle now.
Yeah, but then you can see why they did this. They did it to get rid of blitz botting. Oh, almost said blitz blotzing.
Oh yeah, that was.
Blitz
Yeah, I was
botting.
wondering where you're going with that.
They did it to get rid of that because now you have obviously, but now you have a limit of 8-3, so the bot can't run all night. When you sleep, you have to stop. Otherwise, you'd wake up with no credit. And if you go above a certain threshold, I'm sure they're going to start looking into your account. You know.
Probably. I
So that's
wouldn't
something.
disagree with that.
Yeah. So I mean, it's good.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it's okay. I mean, better, I guess. I was never really much of a blitzer anyway. I'm not the kind of guy that chomps at the bit to get into blitz.
I wasn't either, but there's days where, everyone's like, we're so close to World Warrior, and I'm like, okay. But then I have those other days where
Yeah, I
someone
don't
thinks I
blitz for
can't
that.
keep up.
Personally, I don't like blitz so much that for World Warrior, I would spend 50 credits to do 7 arenas, and that gives me, because I did the math, per day you need to do 15 blitz. If you do 15 blitz every day, just blitz battles, not rotations, just battles. Every day if you do 15, that's including 5 free arena, if you do 8 war attacks, and if you do 10 raid attacks. You should get about 8,200 points for World Warrior.
Okay.
Some days I don't want to blitz.
If there's a character that comes up that I already have, I'm just like, and I'm already high on shards. I'm just like, no. But lately, it's been. I've just been really busy, so I just haven't been able to keep up with everything. But I do remember
I'd rather for arena, I'd rather core twice. That only cost me 50 cores, and do 7 arenas in a day. And those 2 extra arenas will give me more than enough points that I can cover for blitz. If I don't want to blitz on that day.
Yeah, that makes sense. I know we had a former member who I'm fine if they're gone. Very negative person, but they were always wanting to be a top. You had to be number one. And this isn't, this is just a recently member that left, not one that we removed. So if anyone's thinking that starts with an S, it's not that person. But yeah, he, very negative person, always wanted to be a top. And then whenever he was there, I was just like, you know what, I'm gonna play. I'm gonna actually play. So anytime I saw him at the top, I wouldn't let him beat me. So my team for once saw me like at number 1 or top 5 for like a week. So I know that was different. And when you see both my accounts up there, I think that kickstarted a couple of other people. They're like, no, we're not gonna have you and your 2 accounts up there. I'm like, I'm sorry, but yeah, that member kind of got to me. There was a day I had said, no, I didn't say, but I had made maps for U7. I rebalanced the teams the best way that I thought that it could work, and I don't use any calculation or anything. I just go and I look at my team. I look at their TCP, and then that's kind of what I do. I do it old school. Changed everything over, and instantly, as soon as everything came through, I put the maps out. I said, "What do y'all think?" They were cool with it. He goes into our main chat on Discord for purple and just says, "Yeah, I don't think Team 1's going to be able to do anything at all." And I'm like, "What the fuck? Why? What the hell?" And as soon as he said that, they hit like 70% on their own.
Yeah, well,
and
negative reinforcement, I guess.
Maybe, but it's just negative all around. Jesus Christ. But if you play, you play. And that's the one thing about World Warrior, and I've said it before. If it doesn't even matter what level you're, if you're playing constantly and you're always on there, you're gonna be at the top of that World Warrior. There's some people who who get on and they do exactly what you need them to do. Sometimes they do a little bit more, but then hey, they have lives they got to go through. Not everyone can keep up with Warrior, which is one reason why I'm just like, I don't use it as a basis to judge if I'm going to remove someone. Like, that's hard. That I know there's alliances out there that do it. Y'all are fucking dicks. I'm gonna say it. But you know, I've seen people do that. They're like, he's a really good player. He does all the minimums, sometimes a little more, but he's just not keeping up with how much everyone else is pushing. And I'm like, well, that's fucking shitty. But I don't say anything because it's not my alliance, so whatever. But hey,
yeah, well, it depends on where the alliance wants to go. I mean, yeah, we look down, we look across all of the alliances within our cluster because we admin it, but we can't. I don't like telling people how to lead their alliance. I mean, we all have our way. I lead my alliance, and we have, compared to the other alliances, we are a bit stricter, but because we want to push higher, and we've been an alliance for so long.
Yeah,
and when you get to gold 4 in war, when you're sitting at the TCP we're all sitting at, I mean, you don't want to be. You want to just push it up another notch, you know. And I know burnout happens, and
push it to the limit.
And our rules are not as strict as a lot of other alliances out there. Heck, there are some alliances out there that require you to spend. That they check. They say they check how much. Yeah. So overall, I think we are pretty okay. I mean, we have a minimum for World Warrior, 7,500. I did the math, and with a bare minimum, you can do 8,200 if you do the minimums. So 7.5 is still below that, you know.
Yeah, that's. I've always found that crazy, and that was back when I think those alliances that were mandatory to purchase were like shortly after the game came out. That I remember because I remember them looking. I mean, that was just back when you did everything in the MSF chat system.
Yeah.
I hate that thing. So I hate it. But no, yeah, you're right. Everyone is different, and you know, everyone is different. And I put that. I just have a very opinionated thing, but I won't tell them how to run it. If they ask me, I will give my opinion, but my opinion should not be taken. As, during that certain thing as
a command.
Just exactly. Just take it as an opinion. Like, this is what I do. Because there's some people that, well, I didn't ask for your opinion, or I wasn't talking to you. I'm like, I'm fucking talking to you now. Like, it's like we all do it differently. Some do it the same, but hey, I'm not saying you do it. I'm going to say you're a little mean. I'm going to say it, but I'm not saying that you're doing a shitty job.
And I'd like to also point out we are a cluster in the sense that we have 10 alliances. And if you think your alliance is too tough, there are other alliances within the cluster. You don't have to run away and find someone new. You have the right to ask for a switch.
Yes. So dial 1-800-THE-FLOCK and ask for which color you would like to join.
Exactly. Imagine we're gonna get to that point where we actually have a 1-800 number. So.
Oh my god, I would love to be the automated system. I don't know what I would say, but I'm gonna find things to record.
Yeah, and I mean, just discuss it with your leader, and if you want to switch. It's better for the alliances overall because you're just gonna. If it's not your style of play, it's better for the player, and it's better for the alliance. I mean, if you're gonna burn out, the alliance is not gonna get you, and they're gonna be running on 23 men because you're like, oh, I can't do this anymore. They don't have fun anymore.
You need to be able to. Exactly. That's exactly what I was about to say. You need to be able to have fun, and that's one thing that I would always get looked at because someone would say like, yeah, this person is they're not here that much or something's going on. I'm like, all right, well, I'll take them. What's wrong with him? And we did that. We have God, his fucking name. We have Commander Gerthy, and he communicates with me when he needs to. There's days where he doesn't get to, and I'm like, okay, there's probably life. And I message him. I don't like, hey, where the fuck you at? We need you. And like, hey, I'm around like make sure you're getting raids so you don't get that strike on you, or like, is everything good? You know, like that's all it is. And then he usually responds to me.
Exactly. And even us with our strict requirements, if you have a life issue, we don't kick you. There are alliance clusters that work like that. If you have a life issue, they move you and they take someone else in.
Oh
And
yeah,
they keep
we
swapping.
we
And
don't
we don't
we
do
don't
that.
do that.
That's why we don't poach from each other. But if you want to request a move and if there's space, go for it. If it makes you feel like you'd be happier with a different alliance, because we have 10 alliances with 10 leaders and they're all run differently. That's
We actually
the
had
good thing
someone
with us.
recently too.
You know.
He was in the ICU for
Mm.
COVID,
Mm-hmm.
and
Oh
he
yeah.
was communicating with us for a bit, and
Mm.
then
He dropped
we hadn't
out.
heard from him. He was
I
almost.
hope he's okay.
I have mine set to 14 days of inactivity because I'm just nice like that.
Mm.
But
Me too.
he was getting really close to it, and we hadn't heard from him. We were wondering what was
Mm.
going on, and
Mm.
I mean, I
I
sent
know
him a
who you're
message like,
talking
"Hey,
about.
when you come back, just let me know. But we're gonna have to. You're gonna get kicked because the game's gonna kick you automatically. So,
Mm.
um, I hope he's okay.
I hope
He's
he's
still in our
okay.
server.
I
He's
know.
just he hasn't responded.
Yeah, I
So
know. I
we're
mean,
gonna find out.
I recruited the guy. I remember him. I need to find him on
Yeah, that's right. I
Facebook
remember you
again
said
because I
that.
got him. I got him off Facebook actually. So I need to go
Oh,
find
okay.
him. Yeah, find him and
I mean,
check. You know.
if he ooh, this is dirty. If he left because and he just didn't want to actually say he was leaving, that's fine. You
Mm.
know, but
Yeah.
whether true or not, hey man, just
Yeah.
hope you're okay.
Yeah. Right.
So
I mean, the guy was good. He was serious about it, and he's grown a lot. I remember we took him in like 100K TCP. I don't know what he is now, but I'm sure he's about 2 million at least.
he's been with us for a while. You know, we do pretty well. So
Yeah. Hmm.
he I do remember he's grown. So
Yeah. Hmm.
yeah, I mean,
So yeah. So we went on a tangent, but I think it's still relevant. So.
and it's all Marvel. This isn't my little segment of in today's gaming. We're gonna
So what
I
else?
can't do
So
my
what else?
voices right now.
Yeah.
There's not really much going on right now. You know, those were the
No,
two
not
biggest
really.
things. Um,
There's some other news. Unfortunately, with the passing of Chadwick Boseman, the actor who played
uh,
Black Panther, they've
I hate this.
cancelled the upcoming Wakanda events for Red Orbs, or Red Star credits rather.
No, they should bring that back and cancel
They
that.
should. They should triple the rewards. I don't understand canceling it, but they
They
did
even sent
that.
out an like to honor him. Like they sent out a
Yeah,
message, and then they
it
gave
doesn't make sense.
everyone 50 shards for 2
Yeah.
logins. And I
Mm,
was like, that's really cool.
mm,
Me personally, you should have just gave everyone the max shards
mm.
you could have got for Black Panther
Yeah.
in game. Like that's
Right.
just me. Because I mean, but why cancel an event? And oh man, I remember that day because I
Mm.
we had just the first time ever we just my fiance and I decided to go out. Oh yeah, I'm engaged now.
Oh,
um,
congrats.
that, um, first time we were finally able, like, okay, let's go out because my dad had been bugging us because he wanted to take us out. We get back
Uh-huh.
home. I'm on the web as always. I'm on Facebook. I'm about to play some games, and then just bam, it starts popping up, and I'm
Mm,
like, okay, this has to be a hoax because this is
mm,
2020. But nope,
mm.
it is 2020, and they had to take that happened.
Yeah.
Um, I instantly didn't even play anything that night. I just went and watched Black Panther.
Mm,
And the crazy thing is I had always wanted to watch two movies that I did not know he was in. I didn't really
mm.
know him until Black Panther, I'm going to be honest. But I had always wanted to watch 42
Oh
and
yeah.
Get On Up. And I was like, man, these movies look really good. I wanted to watch these. No idea that that was him. So I'm even more so now this weekend going to go and watch those
Mm.
movies because of that. But um, it really sucks. I hope they do. I hope the cancellation of this event is going to bring something better. Because I don't understand why canceling the event was a thing, but
Yeah, I don't know either.
hopefully they bring something back for that because
They did say they were going to give out the rewards.
Oh.
So I don't know what
Okay.
rewards. Apparently they're going. I don't know. People are saying they're going to give out the max reward that you can get from tier 7. So if they do that, then fine. Makes sense. Maybe they want to commemorate in that way. Like, don't grind. You know.
Yeah, that would be.
Yeah.
It just feels off. I know the big conversation now, and this is
Mm-hmm.
outside of Marvel Strike Force, but this is Marvel related, so win-win.
Mm-hmm.
Is what's going to happen with Black Panther as the
Yeah.
movies, and you have people who don't want it to not to replace him or continue, and I totally understand it, but as a movie standpoint and go through, people want the character
Yep.
in a way to continue. It's kind of like when oh man, I can't remember his name right now. Shit.
Terrence
The
Howard.
actor. No, I was gonna say the actor from The Crow.
Oh, Brandon Lee.
Thank you. I could not remember his name.
Yeah.
Brandon Lee. Like they never wanted that movie remade. I always wanted it remade for comic book accurate, and they always call it his legacy, and I understand that. But that director for The Crow went through hell just to get that movie out, and I always say, look, that's his movie, that's his legacy, because he went through hell. But unfortunately, Brandon Lee had an unfortunate accident. As for Chadwick Boseman in here, I think Shuri should take up the mantle of Black Panther for comic book accuracy.
Yeah, they could do that.
Because I don't know who else they would do, unless they bring in White Wolf, which they kind of hinted at before, but that was also Winter Soldier taking that up. And or they bring in M'Baku to do it, or they, well, not really M'Baku, but
I'm in the minority. I'm in the minority camp that says they could recast Black Panther. They haven't even started shooting. They haven't started shooting the movie. The movie's not due for release for another 2-3 years, I think.
I think they could recast as well, but I think even within that year or two, it would be soon.
Yeah, I mean, everything's been delayed anyway. A lot of shooting has been delayed. A lot of filming, whatever. Black Widow still has to come out. That was supposed to be out, 3 months ago now.
I know. I really wanted to watch that.
So I mean, it's possible that enough time can pass before they can, and then they can recast Black Panther. I mean, ideally, fine, they can put Shuri or someone in the place of Black Panther. White Wolf would be a bad idea.
But that is his brother, and that is his brother, but that is a whole different thing and a completely different storyline. So I just brought it up because it seemed like they were going to take it in a completely different direction when they were hinting at Winter Soldier being it. So I'm really curious as to
White Wolf would be a very bad idea politically, at least. Personally, I won't go into it, but you know what I'm talking about. It would not be a good idea.
I do. I know.
And but I think they can recast them. There are plenty of talented actors out there who can play, who are as talented as Chadwick was, and they can play Black Panther. I believe,
it's all about the writing and how they do it. It's very possible. So we'll find out eventually on how that will happen. But we just got to give it time. But hey, we'll see what happens. But so enough of the sadness there of all that's going on. Everyone knows too, for Strike Force we have Electro coming very soon. It's really bad that I haven't seen Electro with that goofy ass mask in so long. Because that's OG right there. Like I haven't seen that mask in so long that when the character first came out and popped up in the MSF news in game, I didn't even read it. I just saw the image up close and I was like, "Who the fuck is that?" Like that was my instant reaction to it.
Yeah.
And then I had to like really look at it and I go, "Oh, it's the feet." Okay, I see it now. I've always hated that mask. Because
Yeah, but a lot of people are complaining that she's female, but she has been
they
female in the books for the last 6 years.
it's the same thing with Hawkeye and the hearing
Yeah.
aids when Marvel Avengers game came out. You know, they want what they see in the movies or
Mm,
like past games, like the Marvel
yeah.
Spider-Man game that was out a few years ago. Like
Mm,
they're thinking of
right.
that Electro. It's like it's
Mm,
different now. You know, it's like Thor. He
mm,
he dropped his other bits and got some other
mm.
stuff, and now he's a female. Well, I mean, he didn't
Yeah.
actually have like a. Okay,
No,
that's like
it was Jane.
that's implying that he had a sex change. I didn't really mean it like that, but
No, it wasn't even Thor. That was Jane Foster who took up the mantle.
I know. That's why I wanted to take back what I said. It sounded like I implied that he had a sex change, and I didn't really like how that came out.
No, yeah, that would be
Um, so,
something else. But no, for sure. I mean, I don't know. Just people complaining. People will always find a reason to complain. You know, always.
yeah, there is. There's always something bad going on, but yes. So, uh, oh shit. Okay. So yes, Electro is coming. I
Mm-hmm.
think Sinister Six is growing to the point to where
Sinister
it's
12.
unnecessary. Yeah, there you go. Sinister 12. Right,
Mm.
it's changing.
Yep.
I think it's growing more than what it doesn't need to grow this much right now.
Mm-hmm.
That's just my opinion, but
Mm-hmm.
I'm interested to see how it's going to work. Because personally, I had someone on my team by Swarm,
Mm.
and I saw it unlocked, and I wasn't even like, "Oh, congrats!" I was like, "Why the fuck would you buy him?" Like that is a waste of money. That character to me is 100%. Well, not gonna 100%, but that character is worthless if you don't have Doc Ock.
Well, oh, I mean, there are some people are saying that. I have a different opinion. He doesn't die immediately. You know, he
No,
doesn't.
and we talked about that. We talked about that last time, and you
You have
are
a good
right.
6 to 7 turns with him, and if your battle's going for 7 turns, you have an issue. You know,
Hey, you sometimes you have those fights.
battles shouldn't take more than 4 turns, in my opinion. I mean, 5 okay with a struggle battle. You know, when you're really struggling, but like 7, 8 turns, and you're still winning, and you're going for it, and you're still going 7, 8, 9, 10 turns. It's like, come on, what's happening? Your team is tremendously slow. You know what I mean?
Or some bullshit. I was doing a war, and
You know?
I was fighting the Asgardians,
Mm-hmm.
going super smooth, and then I
Mm.
fucked up because I didn't kill
Oh,
Hela early,
oh yeah.
and you know she's maxed out, so she's just spawning all these
Yeah.
fucking minions,
Yeah.
and yeah, that didn't end so well. So um, I've been
Like
having some bad wars lately.
going that slow, it used to remind me of when U7 first launched and my team that I had set up at the time. It was Minerva, Scientist Supreme, Shuri, Invisible Woman, and Ultron. And I would end every battle with full health. Like, don't need to heal anybody. But I would always time out. Every node would time out. And I realized that that's a tremendously slow team. Not slow with turns, not about the speed meter. Slow in the sense that you don't get much power off. It's always some buff. You know, either
Yeah,
putting buffs, flipping buffs, putting barrier, healing, cloaking. You
yeah,
know.
I agree. There's been times where you know, when I was first playing, I had Ultron, and you're trying to do the auto, and you just see them buff, buff,
Buff,
buff,
buff.
buff, and
Yeah,
I'm like,
exactly.
okay, let's turn
So
that auto off because you are getting annoying. But just so yeah, no, I know exactly what you mean.
So a
Um,
lot of people are saying actually there's been some theory crafting around Swarm with aim
with aim,
because if you look at his kit, he's he flips buffs and on himself and yeah, I mean he might work out with aim.
hmm,
Yeah. He might
I
he'll
haven't.
flip a buff before Scientist Supreme can flip a buff.
Yeah,
You
I
know.
haven't really touched him, but then again, ooh, sorry. It's really weird. On one account, when I open the orbs to get swarm,
Mm-hmm.
the 3 orbs come out, and on the left and the right, I get one on one side or two, or 1 and 1, 1 and 2. And the middle
Mm,
is always some random ass character. But on
yeah.
my alt account, every orb I have opened has been all 3 of nothing but swarm. 16, 3 and 1, 1, 2 and 8. I'm like, I unlocked him like almost instantly when I went through the campaign on my alt account. But on my main one, it's like, nah, we're gonna
Yeah,
make you work for it.
I'm of the opinion that I don't have proof about, but I think every account is a different label of RNG. I think they group people together in terms of how much you can get.
Well, the
Like
alt account has a damn good group because my main account
like I
sucks balls.
remember I remember when Minerva was an event at initial launch. I
Hmm.
managed to get her up to like high 4 stars in the event. Like every drop was
Okay.
Minerva. No other. Like it was rarely someone else. But then other events since then has killed me. The other event that was okay for me, I think 3 events ago. I can't remember what the character was, but about 3 events ago. If I can remember, I'll
Hmm.
tell you. But I was getting nothing but them, you know. But then like the Negasonic, not Negasonic, the fucking
Domino?
Domino. Domino event was bad for me. I was like, ugh. I had to scrape to 4 stars, and I just managed to get in on the last day on the last orb that I could get. I
Yeah, yeah,
scraped
yeah.
into 4 stars. So yeah, it depends. Like today on Swarm, I've been getting bad luck on Swarm, but today I dropped 26 shard on him. So I had 24 in the middle and 2 and 2. 1 and 1 on the sides. So it was like, whoa. So I mean, I
Yeah, I'm
managed
not. I'm
to.
not even getting that. What I need to do, but because I've been so
Mhm.
busy, like the last, ooh, really this whole week and part of last week, but like I really need to try to start getting like Emma Stone because Emma Stone, God my
Mhm.
God, Emma Frost, Emma
Emma
Stone.
Stone. Now it's your
I
turn
mean,
to make that mistake.
oh yeah, you did that last time. Well, I
Yeah.
guess I paid for it for making fun of you. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, I need to I need to unlock her and just haven't been on as much, and it's hurting. It's hurting. Um, actually, just right now, I just had a member unlock her right now. So,
Oh
congrats,
yeah.
Sesame Seed, for unlocking her. He has been with us very long
Mhm.
time, very long time.
Yeah.
Um, you know, I'm doing arena right now, and I just remembered I had brought this up, and I want to talk about it in the when the podcast was when the podcast was supposed to go up.
Mhm.
If you remember a while back, I had talked about my Black Bolt or the enemy Black Bolt killing either
Mhm.
Ultron,
Mhm.
and Minerva was able to revive him.
Mhm. That
Um,
stopped.
that stopped. I don't know. I guess it was a glitch. I really thought it wasn't a glitch because it just happened every time for me. So I was like, oh, it must not be a
Mhm.
glitch. But once they made the updates come through for the .gog changes and everything, it
Uh-huh.
stopped. Like, no, I can't revive the enemy. Can't revive him at all either. And
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not complaining. I'm happy about that. But so
Mhm.
it definitely was a glitch that was there.
Mhm. That was
So
weird
one
because I don't remember that happening for me. But yeah, maybe it was your account or something. Maybe something localized.
maybe.
So.
So I don't.
Mm.
It's gone now. So it's whatever. But
Okay. Well, that's
I'll
good
leave
to
it at
hear.
that.
Yeah, man. So, what else can we talk about, really? I mean, we can talk. Well, I was thinking what we can discuss is something like what I was mentioning. Not really theory crafting, but features we want to see or don't want to see, rather, or either or. Like for me, we were discussing this in our server the other day. Personally, someone was mentioning why can't we trade or donate shards with each other, character shards, and I think that's a bad idea.
Yeah, that sounds like a terrible. That sounds like a terrible idea.
um,
You know what we could trade is
mhm.
gold.
Gold or gear? Gear would be good to trade. I mean,
I'll
a
be
lot of people have excess gear and they don't need that gear. You can trade it off.
if you get new
That's
people
something
that
I
need
wouldn't
it,
mind trading.
you make friends in your cluster alliance who are
Mm.
lower alliances. That would be cool. Why the
Mm-hmm.
fuck would you want to trade shards? If you're
I don't
working
know.
on a character and you're like,
Yeah.
okay, I'm gonna his shards and then put it
Mm-hmm.
over here. That's that's not really going to change your progress. You're either going to hinder it or just
Mm-hmm.
move it over to someone else. Like that doesn't make any sense to me.
No,
Um,
I agree. That's why I'm saying. I mean, there's so many things with that will be hampered. For example, I went through all the characters we have in the game, and you need to bring up all the characters one way or the other. Even Hand. You need to bring Hand up because Hand has the relic hunt, which gives you catalyst.
oh yeah,
So and
our
people need
favorite thing ever.
catalyst. Do you need to bring up Hand? Do you need to bring up Ravagers and Guardians? Maybe just Guardians, but you need to bring one of them up for Star-Lord. You need to bring up Inhumans for more. You need to bring up as Guardians. Double Edge there for Black Bolt and for at least Hela for Phoenix. You need to bring up Shield so you can get Iron Man. You need to basically bring up almost everybody.
I think
I'm,
what it
you
sounds
know.
like, now that you say that, I'm still not agreeing with it. But what it sounds like is you're just finding a way to basically quickly get these characters up so you can get a legendary. Like that's all it
Hmm.
sounds like to me. But in
Yeah.
the end, you're still losing
Hmm.
characters because like I've always said, even before we started this podcast, things like that, everyone is
Hmm.
going to get a rework because something is going to change.
That's
Uh,
another thing. Like a lot of people have a
so
high level Hand because at the beginning there was no synergy and Hand was around, and you're like, oh, they do okay. Now they suck, but they will get reworked.
yeah, they. You know what?
You know.
Speaking of Hand, we
Hmm.
had a war that was going on, and there was that Hela that I
Hmm.
told you about that was still there, 79K.
Yeah.
I was scrolling through and I was working at the same time, and
Hmm.
I had a team that I wanted to. Well, not a full team, but I was going to choose one that
Hmm.
I was okay with. Actually, yeah, I was okay with using the full team, and I forgot who it was because I don't ever use them.
Hmm.
And I didn't notice. I somehow clicked my hand team
Yeah.
instead, and went right
Hmm.
into battle without realizing it. And when the
Hmm.
game loaded, I see these dumbasses just lining up. That's all I'm gonna say. Um, I was really hurt.
Yeah, I can imagine using Hand, but no, yeah. I mean, going back to the topic, trading shards. No one's gonna do it. The thing is, it's gonna create problems with the recruiting too. You're gonna get the
Hmm.
person, you bring them in, and they'll be like, they'll leave. They'll leave and say, "Oh, that alliance didn't want to give me any Hela." You know, I only joined them because they had a lot of Hela. You know, so
That's
no one, so
stupid.
no
See,
one's got,
the,
you know, so no
the
one's gonna donate.
no one is going to donate. And see, the thing is, Disney Arena
Hmm.
does trading, but they do that with gear, which is smart because people would need it, and it's really helpful. So they could
Gear
do
you
that
can
here.
farm, gear you get drops, gears are everywhere. I mean, sure, the superior gear, especially the uniques and mini uniques, they're a little bit tough to get, but other gear is just there. After every
Yeah,
raid, you get the
and
gear
no, and I
drops.
wasn't saying like you can't get it, but
Hmm.
it seemed like more the most logical. If you run out of energy and you don't want to use any more cores, something comes up, you're like, oh, I just need this one more piece. Does anyone
Hmm.
have it? You know, like
Yeah.
that's cool, but
Hmm.
trade shards to put onto another character, like
No,
the
no one.
hell.
It's not going to work. I mean, I'll take an example that I used to play a game before Marvel Strike Force. It was pretty popular at the time, Battle Royale. It was a card game based on Clash of Clans. Same company, same characters, just a different mechanism. Um,
Mhm.
even within Clash of Clans, you used to be able to request for character. Well, yeah, character shards would be the best way to say it. And the same with Battle Royale. Now, with Battle Royale, I was part of an alliance, well, a clan, rather. And we had an argument because I wanted the character that I've been building, and someone else wanted it, and one of the captains wanted that same character. And whenever I would request, he's like, "No, I'm not giving you what I'm like, I was collecting," and we had a big argument, because I was collecting that first. And then he's like, "I need this now," and he starts collecting, and he starts telling everyone, "Don't donate to him, donate to me." You know? And it
Oh,
like,
that's pretty petty.
yeah. So I mean, it
Really
happens.
petty.
It happens, and it'll happen. And people covet the shards in this game more than anything. When you're going for a legendary and you're like 10 shards away, you'll refresh and you'll core to get those 10 shards.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine giving away 2. You're not going to want to give away 2 because you spent, maybe that was your only drop for the day too, because these drop rates are not high enough.
Nope.
Because this battle royale game, you used to get like 100, 50, 20. 20 was the minimum at some times. 5, you know what I mean? So giving 1 is okay. If you get 5, you give 1, fine. But sometimes with these drop rates, you get nothing on the day, and then someone asks for yours. People,
Yeah,
hell no.
yeah, I'm not. See, like right now, like I haven't been leveling up characters, so my team is going to catch up to me for sure in TCP. But lately, what all I've been doing is farming because I want Maw when he comes out, and Karnak is the closest. And if I get him up to 5, then I can get, because I haven't. I've been building, I haven't been farming, so now I swapped it. So now I'm trying to make sure I get him, so I can get Maw. So it's like, I don't want to get rid of, like, I don't want to trade shards. Like, maybe there's a few out there, and maybe y'all are stupid. I
Like
don't
I
know.
said, if it was a minimum of 10 drop, like you guarantee 10 or more
You would have to
every time
increase
you farm.
shard drops for most
Yeah.
of your characters just to
Then
make
you can
it.
then you can give away 1 or 2. If they had to give a minimum drop, and they give shards out way more easy than they do
If someone
anything,
is getting stingy, if someone is getting stingy about gear pieces in a different game, how do y'all think shards are gonna go? So
yeah, that's my point. I just want to put a disclaimer out there. We're not saying that this is news. They're not planning on doing this. This is just something that came up, and I thought it'd be interesting to talk about. Because other games do it, and I have seen chatter from the player base saying, "Why don't we have this? We should do this. It'll be so cool." And like you're only thinking from one point, but people aren't going to donate. Especially since, like I said, you need every character, even if it's for the hand event, the relic hunt. You want to start getting those catalysts, or you're not going to give away Wakanda anymore because you want to get those red star credits or anything. There's literally, like, I can't think of a team in game that you don't need for something. Can you think of any?
no,
The only thing I can think of maybe
would.
is, like, even though technically you can use Ravagers for Star-Lord, maybe Ravagers would be the one that you can say, like, okay, I'll give away my Ravagers.
Drop them down to 0.
But
there's one Ravager, the Bruiser or whatever. I haven't touched him in so long. And then I never touched like Hydra Grenadier because we didn't need him anymore until now.
Yeah.
So eventually someone's gonna get a rework. I mean, they could even always just bring in like OG Guardian characters, the original Guardians of the Galaxy, and then they could rework Revengers. They could rework Ravengers to work with 1 or 2 of the characters if they brought them in. So
right, that's what I'm saying. I mean, there isn't. There was for a brief period where X-Force wasn't needed for anybody, but now you need X-Force.
Yeah.
Or Doc Ock. So I mean, like, maybe no, there isn't a team that you don't need to, like, maybe if you're going to build up your Sinister Six all the way, maybe you can give away Spider-Man shards. Because, I mean, you can still use Sinister Six for both Shuri and Invisible Woman. So maybe you'll start giving away Miles and Spider-Man shards.
Yeah, I don't
You
know.
know. I know. So I mean, I don't think it's gonna work in MSF, and people are gonna start leaving alliances because they're like, my alliance is too stingy. I need to build up my Hela. They're not thinking that the other person needs to build up his Hela. And
Yep,
then
it's going to turn into a very greedy game system.
yeah,
It's gonna break.
And the person I was talking to made the argument saying that if you don't donate, then you're selfish because you don't want your alliance to grow. And I'm saying if I do donate, it's going to balance out because you're growing, I'm not growing. Because I keep giving away my shards. So it's the same. You're balancing
nothing's
that
going to
out.
change at all. It's not even like a 50-50 thing. One person has to sacrifice for another one to gain. And you're still in the same boat because then you have to wait for that one person to still get more shards. To,
Right.
yeah, no. And then what if you have that what if that's a team that you could possibly have in a war defense? So you just crippled that team a bit.
Right.
Because that power is gonna, they had to compensate it, so the power probably would go down when you start getting. I don't know. That's just.
I mean, there's so many balances on there. It doesn't. By the way, before anyone corrects me, I just thought Fantastic Four, you don't need them to unlock anybody, and Black Order, you don't need them to unlock anybody.
Oh
so
yeah, that's right.
Yeah, but are you gonna like give away your Black Order shots, considering that they're one of the biggest teams in the game right now, team-wise at least?
Whoever's 100% real that would do that, you let me know.
And then the other argument is like, oh, you can start donating when you maxed all of your characters, but then you have to get rid of the whole Ultimus Orb thing, and you have to get rid of the Ultimus store because you're not going to collect those credits anymore. So that's a whole ecosystem gone.
All I'm gonna say is, don't worry about that. Work on your teams, so you can progress and get your own shards. Just.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's a good balance between what you do for the Alliance and what you do for yourself. And that's what I've always said. I like this game because there's only, really 2 modes that you do for the Alliance? Raids and War. Everything else is personal growth.
And World Warrior, if you think about it.
World Warrior, it's just tied in kind of motivation to grow yourself anyway. I mean, what harm comes from doing Arena and...
I only threw that in there because it only progresses with everyone within the Alliance.
Yeah, of course. Everyone contributes. And again, but I mean, they're not like shared alliance. It's not like I can't do Blitz if someone else doesn't join.
Oh, no, yeah, of course.
I can't complete, and it's not like I cannot complete my Blitz because someone's missing from the Blitz. You know what I mean? So it's not really a team sport. But,
of course.
Yeah, I'm just saying it's a good balance because it's my own personal growth. I can do what I want. It gives me the freedom to play independently.
Yeah, I'm not about to be called selfish because I worked hard for something and someone doesn't want to put that work in.
Right. So that's the thing. And then,
we call that laziness.
Yeah. So I mean that's one thing, and I mean, I don't know. I don't think shard trading will work, but they should introduce gear trading. That's something that we could all use. Because a lot of people have stacked. Yeah, a lot of people have stacked gear right now. Come in, take it, no problem. That's my opinion on that. That's my rant of the day.
Yeah, you ranted up. That's all I can say. Yeah, but hey, it is what it is. But
right.
I think we covered a good amount with there not being too much, new things going out there.
One of the new things we haven't covered actually is the PvP tournament that's running in the game. Not tournament, but the random PvP. The way you got your red star orbs from them.
I haven't even done it.
Oh, you missed out the event then. You could have gotten yourself 8 orbs, dude. 8 orbs. I pulled a 6 red star Zemo from that.
I actually have one also.
Oh yeah.
Or a 5, I don't remember. One of the two, but hey, either way, I was like, "Ooh, this is nice." So,
so I mean, I have my gripes about that. Not so much of a passionate rant, but balanced PvP. When it comes to your alliance mates, you know what each other has. So if I balance
Mhm.
PvP against any of my alliance members, specifically Black, I know what they have. They all basically have unlocked everything, almost basically. So it's not. I know what they have. Like, I know what I can ban from them. But when you're playing against random guys who've just hit level 65, they don't have Ultron, they don't have Black Bolt, they don't have Phoenix at this stage. All they can do is ban my Black Bolt and Phoenix, and then I have the pick of what I want to do after that, and then you railroad them because they can't
Yeah.
do anything back. So I mean, balanced is not really balanced, especially when you're going to a
Yeah.
random person. You know what I mean?
Yeah. If you're going to someone you already know, that's all. So.
Yeah. So that's what was happening, and I've seen a lot of complaining saying this is bullshit. Like I get matched with a guy 20 times my power, and everyone's like, "Oh, it's balanced." But like they don't have the characters. You still need to get your characters to tier 9 in order to use them in balance mode. And the
I see
game
what you mean.
doesn't
Okay. Yeah.
match you up. The game does not match you up according to your range. You know, they match you with
Yeah.
anybody,
That's
literally.
those are the mistakes of a first time online
Mhm.
multiplayer stuff. You know. I'm
And
just
now
gonna
they're
throw it out there.
re-releasing another event that's not balanced. It's regular PvP, and that's gonna be worse. Because now they will have the characters at lower levels than mine.
Yeah.
So
I
that's
just.
that's a bit of new game news. They're going to be doing that. Uh, how do I say? Mm, so
There's things all over.
yeah, so
There's.
basically, sorry, I was just reading this news that came through on our server. They're releasing a quick match, a new mode starting September 2nd, today, basically, 5
Mhm.
p.m. California time.
Mhm.
Until September 8th. Basically, you won't have to draft. You can select a pre-made team and no draft. So it's a quick
Well,
match.
that's actually
Mhm.
kind of nice.
Yeah, so that's a new mode coming through that I'm excited to try tomorrow.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind that at all, actually.
So let's see how balanced it is though. Because
It's probably not gonna be that balanced. It's probably gonna be pretty shitty. Just gonna
yeah.
throw that out there right now. It's gonna be pretty shitty.
Mm, mm. I think so. But let's see. If there's red star rewards, then cool. So
Yeah,
that's
I
this.
mean,
Yeah.
as long as they have something decent in that
Mhm.
area,
Yeah.
I'll take it. So, but
Mhm.
we'll find out.
Yeah.
Oh man,
Yeah. So this has been a good podcast, I think. Talked about
yeah,
something a little different.
it was a little randomness, a little sadness, a little happiness, little
Yeah, a little bit of
is,
everything.
little bit of isses everywhere. Yeah, I don't like the way that
Yeah.
sounds. It's,
No, we
but
didn't put any teenaged angst into this. So
oh, and let me go back to
that's
my high school years, put some emo music on, and we can get that. You want some Linkin Park?
life, man.
We
Life,
can get some.
life,
We can get some Linkin
life
Park in
is
here right now.
life is just too hard, man. Oh man,
I like that
shit.
I went straight to Linkin Park because that is the. I mean, there's plenty of different times, different music
You could have put
dropping
him.
out of school, but hey,
You could have put him. You could have put
oh, you're
what
gonna
are the
you. I could
what
pull up my music right now, and
what's that
you
dumbass band? They had one song. Uh,
I sure hope it's something I
some
like because that kind of sounded hurtful.
it was rock, but it was so emo at the time. I just cannot remember the band name at the moment, man. They had one hit, really, and they were just
Hmm.
super emo at the time. This was like early 2000s.
I don't know, but when you
But
find out, you're gonna have to let me.
I will let you know for sure. So
I mean,
something with it. No, if you give me a second. But no,
what did it
yeah,
start with? Now I'm curious.
I believe with an in E. Hold on. E,
Mm.
and 2000. There
I
we
hope you
go.
don't mean Evanescence.
No man. mm, Evanescence. Yeah, imagine. Like I forgot about Evanescence.
So you can go to Evanescence, you can go to some old school Disturbed, you can bring me the Horizon, of Mice and Men, As I Lay Dying, if you want to get angry, emotional metal, emo, rock, metalcore, Escape the Fate, Falling in Reverse, Asking Alexandria, Day to Remember. I can go on with those.
This is the hold up.
You really want to find that artist, huh?
Yeah, well, maybe we can cut it so I can I can just text it to you later. We can talk about it next week. uh,
Tune in next time for XD Teenage Music.
I want
Yeah,
to say
I
like
mean,
Rhombus or something like Rhombus.
no idea.
Yeah.
No
Oh, man.
idea.
Oh man.
Well, you'll find it one day. It'll be there.
Anyway, I didn't like the music. I was just remembering that it was extremely emo. Like, cloyingly emo. It wasn't even meaningful. It was emo to be emo. You know what I mean? Yeah. Wasn't that great.
I'm really curious. We'll have to figure that out later, but hey, we'll have something for next time. So we can definitely go from there. I hope everyone enjoyed this episode. I am sorry again that it was late. I've just been really busy, but we will have the next episode will continue on Sunday, and we will have it out that day, so that won't change again. But other than that, let us know your thoughts, and we will see you next time.
Peace.